Hey, this is Andreas from the support team. If you're watching this video, it's because your enterprise gateway has lost communication with the VIP cloud. This happened because the version of the enterprise gateway you're running does not support TLS 1.2 protocol. And in the VIP cloud, all the VIP endpoints were hardened and support for TLS 1.0 and 1.1 was removed. So the only solution is to get on a version of enterprise gateway that does support TLS 1.2. In my lab here, I'm running a version of the Enterprise Gateway 9.3, which is several years old and clearly does not support TLS 1.2. So in this demonstration, we're going to go from Enterprise Gateway 9.3 to Enterprise Gateway 9.9.0 in a few simple steps. To begin with, log into the VIP Enterprise Gateway console. This is from 9.3, so it looks a lot different, but functionally, things are just placed differently. You're going to want to get to the point where you can export the settings. On later versions, that's on the Settings tab, which isn't seen here. In older versions, it's under the Optional selection. If I click here, you'll see an export. Either way, get here and export the settings. You can see what is exported. You'll also notice that the Enterprise Gateway certificate, the VIP certificate, is not exported. Neither is the SSL certificate. So when we reinstall our new Enterprise Gateway, we're going to need to install those manually. You can encrypt or not encrypt, it's up to you. And click download. And if you get green check marks, that means all of these settings were exported. In our downloads folder, you can see this is exported. Next, we're going to log into our VIP manager. We're going to download the Enterprise Gateway 9.9.0. The reason we're going to 9.9.0 because that is the earliest supported build that you can install directly onto without needing to upgrade. So we'll go to the Account tab, we'll go to the Download Files, Enterprise Gateway, and you'll notice 9.9. The file you're going to download is either the VIP Enterprise Gateway 990 Windows or VIP Enterprise Gateway 990 Linux. I'm running Windows Server 2012 R2 in my lab here, and that's another reason I'm not going all the way up to 9.10. It's because version 9.10 does not support Server 2012 R2. I've already downloaded this to my downloads folder and I've already extracted it, and I'll show you that. The second thing you want to download is a certificate. You go to Manage VIP Certificates. You can download one of your existing certificates, or you can create a new one. I'm going to request a new certificate and download it. Give it a friendly name. We're going to leave it as PKCS12 and set a password. Use an uppercase, a lowercase, and a number. And you can see it downloaded. Here I clearly have more than one certificate because I had to install 9.3 earlier, and that's the certificate I use for that. You're done with VIP Manager, so you can now go back and just close out all of these tabs. You're going to go into your control panel. Locate your Enterprise Gateway 9.3, and we're going to uninstall. It doesn't take long to uninstall, and once it disappears, it's uninstalled. Go back to our 990, locate the setup file, right click, go to Run as Administrator, and let this install. During the installation, you'll be prompted for the console username and password. Go ahead and set that here. You can use the one you had used previously with the old Enterprise Gateway. And let that complete. Once complete, leave that check in the the configuration console, hit finish. It'll open up the browser with the new Enterprise Gateway console for version 9.9.0. Go ahead and log in with the username and password you just set. And notice on the bottom the version 9.9.0. First thing, you're going to install the certificate that you downloaded earlier. Use the password you'd set. And give it an alias. This is some friendly name to identify the certificate. And it was successfully imported. This certificate is what establishes the communication between the VIP cloud and your Enterprise Gateway. Now we need to import the settings that we had exported from our 9.3 gateway. Click Import Settings, click Import. Now browse to the exported settings from 9.3. You can click Skip Checksum. Click Next to import the settings. If successful, you'll see all the check marks are green. Go ahead and hit Finish. Once done, you can click on your Validation tab and attempt to start your validation server. But before you do that, if you've configured business continuity mode to be set to automatic on those set in the validation server settings, you first have to go to the health check settings and start this service. This is the service that checks connectivity to the VIP cloud. Now that our health check service is started, we can click the Validation tab and start our validation servers. If LDAP sync was used on your Enterprise Gateway, you can also start the LDAP synchronization service. Before you do that, the Enterprise Gateway will automatically run a one-time simulation. The goal is for you to check this log file to see what will happen if the LDAP synchronization actually kicks off. This is the message you'll see while that's running. Once it's complete, you'll see the bell with the number 1 above it appear on the bar. Before turning the service on, click the Logs tab and review the simulation.log. If the changes are agreeable and it's what you agree with, then you can go back to your user store, go to your LDAP synchronization, and turn it on. You can also turn on your identity provider services if you had them on previously. You click the Home tab to make sure everything looks good. Finally, open a command prompt with administrative privileges. Navigate to the installation folder. Navigate to the Tools folder, and there's a utility called VIP Diagnostic that you can run to ensure connectivity is fully established with the cloud. Now, I don't have this completely configured, my Enterprise Gateway, so some of these errors and warnings are expected. However, what you're looking for is cloud connectivity from the IDPs and LDAT sync are successful, and cloud connectivity from the validation server is successful. If these are showing success, that means cloud connectivity with the VIP cloud is established, and you should be set, and your enterprise gateway is fully functional at this point. You'll notice that you still are on version 9.9.0. At some point, we do recommend upgrading to version 9.10 to take advantage of the various features and enhancements and upgrades therein. If you want to do that, the easiest way is to just go into the settings and use the live update feature, which is in the update settings. I'm not going to do that now, and I recommend for you, just leave the enterprise gateway in this state for now and schedule a change window where you can make those updates at a time that's convenient for you. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any additional questions, I refer you to the support.broadcom.com and go to the enterprise gateway section where all of our documentation resides. And if you need additional assistance or have any additional questions, go ahead and open a support case, and any of our support representatives will be happy to help you. Thank you.